Make sure you check out our online store where we work with our graphic designer to create stunning garment and product designs that feature a wide variety of aircraft types such as British fighters, World War II aircraft, American bombers, Russian fighters and much more. You can pick your favourite designs and personalise any items within our Redbubble store that range from clothing right the way through to stationery. All of our designs feature our logo so you can show your support for the channel while getting a quality product. You can head to our website aircrewinterview.tv and click store, or go to redbubble.com/people/AC interview. Thank you and enjoy.
And I applied for, well, I think at the time there was various options. There was going to America to fly the F-15, going to Norway to fly the F-16, a few Norwegian, Dutch, F4 at Wittmanhaven, or the Mirage 2000, and a few other strange things. But the exchange tours are only type specific. So the Draken exchange in Denmark was a Harrier pilot, so he went and flew the Draken.
Right.
The F-15E exchange pilot was a Tornado GR pilot. The F-117 pilot was a GR pilot. So as an air defense pilot, I really had the F-4F at Wittmanhaven, the F-16 in Holland at Leeuwarden, or the F-16 at Öland with the Norwegian Air Force, or the Mirage 2000, and probably the F-15C at Tyndall or Luke or somewhere. And I thought, well, from what I'd heard, going to America was the easy option. You spoke English and you could fly the F-15, which would be great. But I wanted to go and broaden my aspects of things and learn a language, which the Air Force taught you. And Dutch, I didn't think was a great language to learn for the future. And living in the south of France on the Mirage 2000 seemed like the best option. So that's what I plumped for. And I sort of lied a bit and said I spoke colloquial French, which was completely untrue. I could order a beer. And when I got the exchange tour, I was very apprehensive, thinking, wow, I've got to learn to fly the Mirage 2000, and I've also got to learn to be fluent in French. And they give you at the time there was a language school where all the spies went to North Luffenham, but that was all sort of folding up. So I went as a guinea pig to Cambridge and had pretty much a 101 with myself and another guy who was going to go and fly the, no, it wasn't the Fouga Magazine, he went to fly the PC-9 at Salon, and I was going to go to the Mirage 2000. So we learned the language, and it was a very, very long, protracted course learning to speak a different language in the Air Force. And once I had done the language course, I then went to tour, and I lived with a geriatric French family and immersed myself there for a month. Then I had to go to another course. And finally, I got to tour airbase to fly the Alpha Jet. And that, it's not part of the scope of this interview as well, but, that, again, was just mind-blowing. If you ever want to completely saturate your head with information, put yourself in a foreign country, speaking a different language that you don't really speak very well, and then on day one, they put you in the simulator in the front seat of the aeroplane and say, off you go. And in the afternoon, they put you in the back seat and say, right, off you go. You're off to go and do a 2v2 combat against Mirage F1s, which I did. And I was sat in the back of this Alpha Jet, and the guy in the front was a general, and he was a guy called an abonné, and they're like learners, but they're officers that go to the staff college who then once a month come back and fly the Alpha Jet, and then they go back to the staff college to keep current. And I always remember, I'm sat in the back of this Alpha Jet, I couldn't understand what was going on, it was all in French, and we were up at about 38,000 feet, we were all contrailing. And the next thing we saw were two Mirages. And I just said to him, brake right, because this Mirage was pitching in behind us. So he broke right as hard as we could. And the next thing I knew, we were in a fully developed spin. Wow. And the aeroplane departed. And so my head's banging against the canopy. And I'm looking down, and it's 8/8 cloud. I can just see the horizon spinning around. And my lasting memory was thinking, this is going to be really good. This is my first trip in the French Air Force, and I'm going to have to eject. I'm actually now in an Alpha Jet. I'm completely out of control. I'm with a guy in the front who's probably flying once a month, and I could hear him over the microphone breathing, going, wow, as he was trying to get recovery back of the aircraft. And eventually the airplane just sort of naturally flopped out of the spin, and off we went. And I thought, well, that's, good trip one. That's an interesting start. So I did that Alpha Jet immersion, which again was I didn't really learn an awful lot there, and then went to Dijon